Welcome to Screen Recaps, and today we are going to recapping the movie Nightmares and Dreamscapes Battleground. In the dead of night, expert hitman Jason Renshaw arrives at a toy factory, preparing to eliminate his next target, renowned toy maker Hans Morris. Hans, inside his workshop, inspects the latest toys and takes a special liking to a limited edition fairy music box. He carries it to his office, where he gazes at a photo of his mother, lovingly signed with a funny face. Outside, Jason gears up, disabling security with tranquilizer darts and a fake bomb threat. He sneaks inside, neutralizing guards and accessing Hans's office with a stolen keycard. Jason swiftly executes Hans, ensuring his death by checking his pulse. Noticing the broken picture frame and odd signature, he takes the music box before leaving. Later on a plane, Jason texts his employer to confirm the hit. When startled by the fairy's eerie appearance, Jason plays it cool, offering gum to a fellow passenger despite his unease. Jason learns of Hans Morris's death at the airport, where a child's toy unnerves him. Back at his apartment, he is further disturbed by toys from Hans's brand, including a duck he hastily leaves on the balcony. After securing the fairy music box from Hans's office in his cabinet of mementos, Jason checks his computer, confirming payment for the hit and noticing a new job in London. Later, he receives an unmarked package featuring the same eerie face from Hans's mother's photo. Inside are toy soldiers from Hans's factory. Jason, suspicious, carefully inspects them but finds nothing unusual. However, after hearing a noise, he discovers the toy box has fallen and is now empty. With the curtains mysteriously moving, Jason's paranoia escalates as he finds no one there, leaving him increasingly unsettled and convinced something sinister is at play. After a lamp turns off on its own, Jason discovers that the power cable has been severed. His anxiety deepens when a similar incident occurs in the kitchen, where he steps on a small, sharp object, only to find it's a toy army weapon. Crouching to investigate, Jason is suddenly fired upon by tiny bullets that, despite their size, leave painful scars. When a small missile strikes his leg, it burns through his pants and flesh, forcing him to retreat to the bathroom. There, Jason tends to his wounds and attempts to survey the situation using a mirror, but the relentless assault continues, causing further damage to his apartment. The onslaught only stops briefly before resuming with greater intensity, shattering his mirror and inflicting more wounds. Desperate, Jason retrieves a gun from his bedroom and begins firing back, targeting the couch where the toy soldiers are hiding. His counterattack is met with resistance, but he eventually overcomes it, flipping the couch to reveal the remaining toy soldiers. Though many are dead, the survivors are regrouping, gathering vehicles and weapons for a final stand. The realization dawns on Jason that these toys are not just playthings. They are a formidable and deadly force, engineered for revenge. As Jason steps on two of the toy soldiers, the others retaliate with gunfire, forcing him to respond with more shots. A few soldiers manage to get into helicopters, which launch missiles at him. Jason ducks, narrowly avoiding the explosions that decimate his bar. The helicopters then fly straight at him, their rotors cutting into his face and hands, causing him to drop his gun. After recovering the weapon and shooting one helicopter down, the others seize the opportunity to launch more missiles, forcing Jason to retreat into the bathroom. Inside, Jason locks the door and, trembling, treats his numerous wounds. Just as he begins to calm down, a missile blasts a hole in the door, allowing a toy helicopter to fly in. Jason quickly traps it with a towel and stomps it to pieces. Another helicopter enters, but its missile isn't enough to stop him from driving it away. After disposing of the broken toys in the toilet and short-circuiting the bathroom's lights, Jason is left in the dark. As he stitches his leg wound, he notices a bug spray that fell from the cabinet and pockets it as a weapon. Suddenly, a piece of paper is pushed under the door. The soldiers demand his surrender, but Jason defiantly sends back an insult. Peeking out, he sees the soldiers preparing to fire a cannon at him, escalating the deadly battle in his own home. After narrowly escaping a toy helicopter's attack, Jason retreats to his balcony, where he devises a plan to defeat the toy soldiers terrorizing his apartment. Using a lighter, bug spray, and an extinguisher, he creates a makeshift flamethrower, burning down the soldiers who have regrouped inside. He cuts the remaining soldiers into pieces and disposes of them in the garbage disposal, believing he has finally won. Exhausted and wounded, Jason cleans himself up and tries to relax in his pool. But just as he begins to unwind, he hears a noise and feels a sharp pain in his arm, signaling that the nightmare isn't over. Jason quickly exits the pool and tends to his deep wrist cut with a towel before retreating to his bedroom. He struggles to stitch the wound due to shaking hands, but settles for bandaging it. He moves cautiously, keeping an eye on his surroundings, and grabs the emergency numbers magnet from his fridge. While waiting for the elevator, he hears noises from the roof, which signal trouble. When the elevator panel explodes and the lights go out, a large, aggressive toy soldier drops inside, attacking Jason and cutting his legs and arm. Jason manages to climb out of the elevator and onto the roof between floors. He then jumps to a descending elevator and lands painfully inside. As he tries to escape, the soldier climbs onto him, stabbing him repeatedly. Jason manages to push the soldier off just before passing out as the elevator reaches the reception. The soldier advances, only to find Jason was faking his injuries. Jason seizes the toy soldier and pushes it towards the elevator doors, which close despite the soldier's futile attempt to stop them, crushing it. As Jason examines the toy, he discovers a bomb inside its bag. Laughing in resignation, he watches as the bomb detonates, causing a massive explosion that engulfs the elevator shaft in flames. Back in the apartment, the label on the toy box peels away, revealing a message from Hans's mother about a hidden commando and a thermonuclear weapon. Meanwhile, the fairy music box continues to play its haunting melody in the glass cabinet.
I thought I was doing okay.